Hello everyone, my name is Angel, and today I want to share my journey as an architecture student and the most important myself in my studies. I remember that I decided to study architecture because I have always liked buildings, design, and the idea of creating spaces where people can live, work, and feel more comfortable. I really enjoy being creative, but also like solving problems, and I think architecture combines both. That's why I'm so excited to keep learning and improve my skills. The first important milestone was starting my architecture studies in 2023. Everything was new to me, and I have to learn the basics of architectural drawing, design, and the history of architecture. At first, it was so difficult to understand some concepts, but I practiced a lot and asked my teachers for help whenever I needed. This experience gave me a strong foundation for the rest of my studies. The second milestone that I remember was building my first architecture mural. I really enjoyed seeing my ideas become something real. The hardest part was making everything the correct size and putting the pieces together carefully. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I learn to be patient and pay attention for details is the most important. This project helped me to improve my creativity and my ability to solve problems. The third milestone that I remember was learning how to use AutoCAD and SketchUp in 2024. At first, the software looked complicated because there were many tools to learn, and I spent a lot of time practicing and watching tutorials until I feel more comfortable using them. Now I can create plans and simple 3D models, and I understand how useful these programs are for architecture. Another important milestone was reading books and using online resources to learn more about architecture. I really wanted to know more about what I learned in class, so I read about sustainable design, famous architects, and new ideas for architecture. Sometimes it was really difficult to find enough time, but I organized my schedule better. This really helped me to become a more independent student and made me even more interested in architecture. The fifth milestone that I remember was completely a residential design project in 2025. In this project, I used everything I have learned. I designed floor plans, elevation, sections, and a 3D part. It was challenging because I had to think about how the house will look and how people would use the space. Even though it was not easy, it was happy with the final result because I showed how much I have improved. When I look back and I can see how much I have grown, I have learned that architecture is not only about making buildings, it's also about planning, solving problems, working hard, and always trying to improve. Every project has taught me something new, and each challenge has helped me to become a better student. If I could give you advice to someone who is studying architecture, I would say don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is a chance to learn. Practice as much as you can. Ask questions and enjoy the learning process because every project helps you become better. In the future, I want to continue learning more about architecture. I would like to improve my skills in programs like Revit and BIM, learn more about sustainable design, and taking part into competitions or internships. My goal is to become a professional architect and design buildings that are useful, modern, and environment friendly. To finish, I'm so happy with everything I have learned so far. I know that I still have a lot to learn, but I'm so excited